three things are happening in Africa with regards to AI that I actually really like, and we're going to talk about it. So, first, there is this company called ADC, African Data Centers, and is a subsidiary of Cassava Technologies. If you know anything about Cassava Technologies, they are probably one of the largest technological companies on the continent, and really, in my opinion, probably the biggest mover and shaker with regards to building the infrastructure to host AI on the continent, to even make us remotely competitive. Now, what's happening with regards to that is that ADC, Africa Data Centers, has two campuses in South Africa, and this is important. So one of them is this hub where, think about, all the international data cables meet, right? So in this place where they meet is where you have companies like Vodacom, which is one of the largest telecommunications companies on the African continent, companies like Accenture, Deloitte, Microsoft, so on and so forth. They're right there because that is, probably one of the cheapest for many reasons, many business data reasons. Now, that's one of their campuses, owned like the Fort Knox of data. So you're thinking everything from security to backup systems for power, right? Now, what they've done is that they've collaborated with Onitel. Onitel has dark fibers, right, deep in the ground, and these are completely blind. They're private. You and I and somebody else, we use public internet, right? So think about like this huge highways and we're all just traveling on it. Now think about these dark fibers as like private lanes, right? 8 private lanes on the street that nobody drives on except unless you have like a private black card or something of that nature. So what they've done is they're using those dark fibers to connect this hub where all the data cables meet in South Africa and internationally meet in South Africa, and they're connecting it to this data center. So what does this mean for a company? So if you have your data, large data, right? So you're thinking like Vodacom, incredibly large, in this other data center, this Fort Knox, which is called Samrand, and you're doing business in Midrand, and maybe you're running an AI model, right? And you're trying to transfer data to it, from it, so on and so forth. This is probably the cheapest way to do it because now you have this private lane, there's low latency, the speed is at light speed, right?